Before an impact assessment report, work on a property development that involves the creation of islands in the Johor Straits had begun. The developers only ceased work because of a public outcry, and an impact assessment report was commissioned. The report came out in December last year. To some, it was too late because the initial work had already impacted on the area known as Merambang Shoal, an ecologically sensitive area. We speak to DAP's Boo Cheng Hau and Malaysian Nature Society Chairperson Mr. Vincent Chan. They revealed their concerns. Both do not think that the report was extensive enough.
Now we are really concerned because it talks about sustainable development. Afraid that this development before it began without any approval, DIA approval. That already has done some damage to the Merambo seagrass meadow, which is not easily reversible. So in the long run, I think it destroyed not only the ecosystem in Merambang, also Straits of Malacca, also Sungai Pulai. Very concerned because this whole ecosystem supports a very sustainable amount of fish productions, not only in Johor, in the whole of the country, and also the mangroves around it. Part will be clear for development, and all this add up together. I think we need to give continuous attention and feedbacks to the government agencies.
The whole area is fronting what you call the Pendas area. Pendas on this side stretch right to where the port is. So that whole area is the area impact. So this is the river. It's a river area under mangrove actually. So when you do the reclamation, two things will happen. One, you obstruct the flow of the natural flow of the tides, which means that when you obstruct with that few thousand acres being reclaimed, you divert the water flow, which is to say there will be a gradient of oxygen content in the water. So where you receive the best flow, of course, you have renewal of oxygen content. So where there's a dead zone, where the water is stagnant, the marine creatures will be the first to be affected.
With the assessment report out, isn't it a bit too late to do anything of much impact?
We're given 1 month to study a DIA, which is in too short time. We need up to actually really study it and seek various opinions. We need up to at least 6 months. First, I raised in the day one to form a select committee on environment, and especially on various issues, not only forestry but also Benelac and many development that involves mangroves, gazettement of Ramsar site, degazettement of Ramsar site, and gazettement of Ramsar site. All these are very important issues that has to be made known to the State Assembly in the way to make known to the public and seek open debates on various issues. Select committee is the best. The Merambang seagrass meadow support the whole ecosystem up to Sungai Pulai. The fishes actually comes in and out upstream of Sungai Pulai up to the seagrass meadow to feed on microorganisms as food, as a food sources, and also to lay eggs, in the meadow areas and Sungai Pulai. So destruction of that part of the ecological system, that means potentially we're going to lose a huge amount of fish products. You have to, I think people think about economy, sustainable economy, they think about the cash, the real cash value. And you see now a kilogram of, let's say, a ketam, crabs, or even certain fish, is more estimated to 1 kilogram of petroleum. So people think that, take it for granted. The seafood we eat every day, it comes from the oceans. It's impossible. It's going to affect us, but it's affecting us because this part of the seawater, from Pulau Kukup up to Tanjung Piai and to Straits of Johor, is support according to certain calculations I've made from what is from UPenn and from UPenn's figures and from the national figures, they support about 12%, about the fish products in the whole of the country. Johor produces about 40% of the fish products in the whole of Malaysia. So that part of ecological system is very rich in terms of providing food for the fishes, providing microorganisms for the fishes, because the Sungai Pulai mangroves is nearby. It's the largest in Malaysia. It's 9,126 hectares.
Fishermen, they know very little other trade. They only know how to catch fish. We cannot kill out this fishing group because they feed us with fish. It's just Japan. The paddy growers are a protected group. That is why the rice is so important, because they depend on rice to live. Here, we need to take into context of food security. Fish protein happens to be Malaysians' favorite. Now, meat is so expensive. 1 kg of kambing or lembu is beyond the ordinary. There are 38 villages around the area that depend on the riverine area plus the coast area for the fishery. If these 38 villages cannot sustain because the fishery, the whole area is all wiped out, I have my doubts that these people will be able to recover from this sad loss. I will predict the fishery of that part of Johor will be dead within the next 10 years. We have been looking at this supply of fish from the area like never ending. But today, we are ending it ourselves. I think it's a bit dumb.
I think it's not only that we wipe out the whole fishing industries. No, it's more of even the heritage, the cultural heritage and all that will be wiped out.